Yeah, so my name's Tom LaForgia. That's Italian, not French. Philip forced me to sign up, and we got in that conversation, so it is Italian. I come from a big Italian family in northern New Jersey. And this story is about how I predicted a new beginning, and I could envision it years and years before it happened. So I come from this...
Sorry. Just kidding. I get one. That's it.
So how I envisioned this thing, I come from this big Italian family. My grandparents, I felt like, would live forever. And about a decade ago, my grandfather died. And then my grandmother kind of rose to be the matriarch of this big family. I have 16 first cousins. My mother was a single mother, and I was largely raised by my grandparents. So my cousins all felt like my brothers and sisters. And to an extent, my mother felt the same way about her extended family, although I never really knew them that well. Although I saw pictures of her as a kid with her cousins and thought, wow, they were all so close, where are they now? And so I thought, I'm the oldest cousin in my family, my sister is the oldest female cousin, and I thought, all these younger cousins of mine, they don't know what they have, we're all so close together. And when my grandfather died, I thought about the day my grandmother would die, which actually is a new beginning for me. She died on December 31st of 2015, and I'm still in that stage where I could talk about it totally removed, and everything's fine, and I'm cool with it. But my cousin Zach, my little cousin, who Carter, you remind me exactly of one of my little cousins. I remember maybe 8 years ago, 2 years after my grandfather died, and my grandparents have had the same house for 50 years that has served for 50 Christmases, 50 4th of Julys, 50 Easters. Our whole family gathered there. And I remember sitting there, and he said, geez, I can't wait to take over this house if Grandma dies or whatever happens next, the next person to take over this house. And I remember being the older cousin thinking to myself, that's just so unrealistic. And I was probably, I don't know, I guess at that point, a sophomore in college, and I remember thinking, like, this is not going to last. Things are going to change. For an example, Christmas dinner usually has 52 people. 4th of July is 147 at the party. And I remember looking around thinking, my grandmother is the one who brings all these people here. She has the financial capacity to have a house that's big enough to host everybody, all these things. And she passed away on December 31st, and no joke, I guess 2 weeks ago, I'm sitting in the empty house as they're cleaning the furniture out with my cousin, thinking to myself, and he's like, I can't believe this is happening. Where are we all going to go? Where are we going to have parties? And I didn't feel that bad. I feel like as we start to discuss holidays moving forward, as we start to discuss 4th of July, Easter's, Christmas, all of those things, we have to recreate ourselves. We have to figure out what's new for our family. There's no possible way as the next generation, now my sister, myself, and my other little cousins, start to have kids on their own, we could even fit in that house. So it was unrealistic to believe, but I guess it was a nice belief to have for the time that it existed. And I guess my new beginning is something I'm really looking forward to, and reinventing my family in this new age that we have together. That's it. Thanks.